Hi there. I just wanted to describe how I go about playing along and learning scores based on YouTube videos of expert drummers such as James. Here's a mass band drum setting 4/4 March that I've watched. I've only been learning drums for 6 months, but one thing I get a great deal of joy out of and help from is to try and play along with some of the performances on YouTube such as James's here. So I'll just go about, I'll show you how I go about that. So first time you look at a YouTube video, you're amazed by their skills, and everything's a bit of a blur. And so if you're like me, as a bit of a beginner, I'm amazed by how much these sticks just look like a blur there at full pace. And if you go down to the settings section, the bottom right hand corner here, and click on it, you'll see that the playback speed is 100%, it's normal. If you click on that, you can adjust it to half speed, 0.5, or quarter speed if you really want to pick apart all the rudiments and everything that he's trying to play. If you start at 0.5 and then press play, you can see it a lot slower, thankfully. And that pace I find is good to, well, you can play along with it, but you can see, you can pick out what's a roll and what's a tap and what's a flam and that sort of thing, and piece together how you play each section of it. Even if you haven't got the score, you can play along at that slow pace and just get the arm movements to be try and be as close as possible to what James is doing. You can see where he's playing high and where he's playing low, etc., and where he pauses. Now, once you've got the hang of that speed, what you can do, and you should play along maybe 2 or 3 times at the 50% pace. Now, I didn't realise this until recently. I've got my own YouTube channel for maths instruction videos and things like that, and I've been on YouTube for various things for, I don't know, 10 years or so, like most of us. But I didn't realise that you can fine-tune this. If I press 3/4 pace, 75 playback speed, and try and play along with that now, even though I've got a bit of an idea of the tune, it still can be a bit fast. So no matter whether you feel comfortable at 50% or 75%, sometimes that's a big jump. And to go from 75% speed to full speed, like we saw at the beginning, would be too quick of a progression. So what I found with the playback speed, if you click on that playback speed, you've got this thing up here called custom, and that's fantastic. So if I put it back to 50% and I wanted to go to 55%, I don't have to go right up to 75%. I can click on custom, and then you've got this scroll bar thing here that you can go to 0.55 and play it there. So then you can just creep up on the speed. So that's 55% speed, and when you've played that 2 or 3 times and you feel comfortable that you can replicate and mimic all the movements that James makes so expertly in his, you can bump it up again, go back to custom, and you can slide that 1 notch forward to 60% and play it 2 or 3 times. So what I like to do is on each day that I practice, try and practice every day, what I'll do is I'll record what I did last time. Let's say I played at 60% quite comfortably through this whole score that I want to learn, along with James in all the right timings. I can just notch it up, or I might play it at 60% for the first time the next day, and then I can go to 65% and play that 3 times for that day. The following day I might go to 70%, and gradually over a week and a half or something or other, you go from the 0.5 starting sort of idea right through 5% at a time until in a couple of weeks you're playing it right along with James at full pace. And that's it also allows you, when there's a tricky part to it, maybe those roll combinations that you've got there might be particularly tricky, so you can just go back to that bit. You can keep an idea of what time that particular tricky rudiment or section is, and slow that one down to 50%. So you're clicking on playback speed, up to custom, and then you've got more fine tuning for how fast or slow you play it back for yourself. And you can also make it full screen, of course. So that's the way I approach the playing back of experts on YouTube, such as James. So I really appreciate everything he's taught me through the Inner Circle group and in other ways. And so I thought that might help you fine-tune the way that you use YouTube to help your drumming. Thanks. Cheers. All the best.